Hey, what is going on, crypto people? What the world? The world's first XRP ETF? The world's first? Yeah, interesting stuff. Listen, Brazil, Hashdex Exchange, I guess, got the approval, got an XRP ETF. It's pretty significant move for sure. Yeah, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. Listen, Patrick Bet-David responded to Gary Cardone's kind of demeaning post toward Patrick Bet-David. Patrick Bet-David responded a couple of times now. The poll stuff is kind of silly in my view. It doesn't really speak the truth, I don't think, with these XRP polls. I don't think so. But anyway, great news. Brazil launched an XRP ETF. That is outstanding. Binance US, sometime February, I think 23rd, 25th, is going to resume US dollar deposits. Got another US exchange. We'll see how they do on fees and spreads and stuff. I can't really remember. I just used to use Binance US because it was Binance US. So we'll have to check the fees. I'm sure it's going to be cheaper than Coinbase. We'll have to see if it's equal to or cheaper than Kraken. We'll have to look into that. But yeah, they're resuming services in the US. That's pretty cool. US dollars. So you can dirty, nasty fiat directly into the Binance exchange. That'll be super, super cool. We need more options, not less. Freaking happy, what is it? Is it Wednesday? Yeah, happy generational wealth Wednesday to each and every one of you. Appreciate you guys checking in. Do me a favor, hit that like button on the way in. Big news out of Brazil, XRP ETF. Binance US resuming US dollar services. Patrick Bet-David in these, responding to Gary Cardone's thing is okay. We'll go over those polls. I don't think they make any sense anyway. They don't really, it's not really saying anything. Look, you can put a poll up, right? Put a poll up and pick a poll. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, right? Those three communities. If the vast majority of people aren't X or in the XRP community, what is the poll going to say? What is the poll going to show? You understand? The polls don't really mean anything, in my view. Now, if you want to do a poll amongst the community itself, do a poll amongst the XRP community, and you got some questions or some concerns, you want to know something, you're speaking to the XRP community, then the poll will mean something. But when you're doing a poll, three different communities and trying to think you're getting the fairest answer, I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, you just got to look at the numbers. People are in the poll. That's it. In the community, rather. The people on the community that are on X. It's overwhelmingly more so XRP community people. Overwhelmingly so. What's going on, Legendary? How are you, my friend? Bogle Reading's in the building. Bogle was first checking in. What's going on, Bogle? So listen, that's great stuff, right? XRP ETF is good. We'll go over that. I'm going to go over the numbers real quick. Let me refresh CoinGecko. Market's, I don't know. It's doing what it does for sure. What's going on right now? Why is my Rabby extension all the way over here in my search bar? That's interesting. That's interesting. All right, so it's CoinGecko refresh. Yeah, let's go over these numbers real quick. Got a lot of stuff to cover on X today for sure. Let me know what you think. Do you think the polls are kind of tainted in a way? I mean, or if there's just not tainted, but not enough validity, if the vast majority of a platform in which you are doing a poll is made up of XRP holders, and you're comparing Bitcoin and Solana or Bitcoin and Ethereum to XRP, how do the other communities have a shot? I don't, grain of salt with that, with those polls for sure. I can't believe Safe Moon is even in space still. Unbelievable. All right, fam. So let's go to this market real quick. Let's do it, shall we? According to CoinGecko, the total cryptocurrency market cap is up a percentage point and is at 3.29 trillion. Again, this is just ranging all the way down to 3.1 or even just 3.01, up to 3.6 something, just ranging. That's all this thing is doing. So Bitcoin dominance is roughly 59%. Bitcoin is trading at $95,884 again. On a 30-day, Bitcoin is down 7%. Ethereum is trading at $2,700 again. And on the 30-day, Ethereum is down, 17%. XRP is trading at $2.67 again. And on a 30-day, it's down 15%. Solana is trading at $170 again. And on a 30-day, Solana is down 30%. Dogecoin is trading at 25 cents. It's down 30% on the 30-day, 30%. What we got? The beloved We is trading at $3.19, man. And on a 30-day, it is down 27.4%. And that is the market, fam. And it is just doing what the market does. What's up with this Monad? Monad is launching testnet, devnet. I don't know. Phantom people put that out. All right, so that's the market, right? And the market is just doing what the market does. Sonic seems to be doing okay. Formerly known as Phantom blockchain, it seems to be doing okay. Good for them. Good for that ecosystem, right? That's the market. It's just doing what it does. Let me see who else checked in real quick. Cali Cat's in the building. What's going on, Cali Cat? How are you? I don't know why my eye keeps tearing up like that. One eye. It's kind of crazy. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button on the way in. That would be really, really cool. We always like to have just as many likes as we got viewers in the stream. Big word on the street. There's an XRP ETF. Let's see if we can't find it. Who put that out? There it is right here. Interesting. Breaking news. Brazilian SEC approves Hashdex to launch the world's first spot XRP ETF. Hashdex is one of the largest crypto-focused asset managers in Latin America. Interesting. Known for pioneering crypto ETFs in Brazil and partnering with NASDAQ to create the NASDAQ Crypto Index. This makes them a major player in the crypto investment space, and the launch of a spot XRP ETF could be a significant milestone for Hashdex, and for XRP. So someone posted this video about the derivatives market, and I thought, that's interesting. Take a listen here. Smoke put this out. Why is an XRP ETF important to price action? The price of an asset is set in the derivatives market. Mature derivatives are essential for price discovery. In the derivatives market, buyers and sellers agree on a price. It's not the spot market. We didn't remember about the whole nonsense, the whole stuff with the buyback and all that, and people are saying, well, you know, if it's saying something on CoinGecko, that's the price. All right, let's take a listen to Chris Giancarlo.
As I explained to your audience today, I see crypto as much more than just a new asset class, but really a new architecture of finance, a new way of establishing who owns what and who's transferring what to whom, using the internet as the basis for establishment of that value, as opposed to the individual balance sheets of proprietary institutions. It's a new architecture, a new protocol for establishing value. In any commodity market, the price of the underlying commodity is actually not set in the physical or the spot market. The price is set in the derivative markets.
In any market, a commodities market, the price is not set in the spot market. It's set in the derivatives market, where buyers and sellers agree on a price. We've been saying that on the channel for a long time. People kept saying, why would you do something here when you can do something there? Why would you buy it at this price? Yeah, boy. Anyway.
Mature derivative markets are essential for price discovery because it's the one place that all the buyers and sellers can come together to agree on price. That's why the price of gold is not set in the jewelry shop. It's set in the derivatives market. The price of wheat is not set at the grain elevator. It's set in the derivative markets. The price of oil is not set at the gas pump. It's set in the derivative markets. So establishing well-functioning, healthy derivatives for crypto will provide a solid basis for price discovery and price setting for crypto.
So anyway, there that is there. That's interesting that came up as well. Someone Smoke, good idea for Smoke to kind of share that video with the timing of the XRP SEC approving that for the hash DEX. That's hard to say. Exchange. That's pretty cool. Really, really cool. And I do think this is kind of something. I thought this was interesting coming from Hugo and Flare Networks. King Karen shared this. Imagine sleeping on FLR. I remember when Joel Katz did this just the other day or so. The problem is the need for a custodian to control the underlying Bitcoin. If only we had a real cheap, fast, decentralized, trustless bridges. Almost everyone in crypto is working on this. And Hugo says, David Schwartz, I think the next stage of Flare's development could be interesting to you and to the XRPL. In any case, it's alarmingly odd how often the people at Ripple don't respond to Hugo and Flare Networks. Please don't tell me they invested. That's hedging. That's just a hedge in your bet. It's alarming to me. Kind of like the lack of responses. Last I checked, David never commented, never said anything. But it just seems eerily odd to me. But we'll have to see. I'm curious to what Hugo is talking about here. What is the next Flare's next stage and development? And because he did it in relation to that post from David Schwartz. So we'll see. What does that exactly mean, Hugo? Sui, the beloved Sui flips based in daily active addresses, just like Raw Paul talks about, going up into the right of the network adoption curve, right? Metcalfe's law. I see a lot of XRP people posting that interview from Raw Paul that we shared. It's pretty ginormous, but Sui's flipping base, that's big. It's Solana and base has been it. It's been Solana and base. New active users, daily active addresses. It has been Solana and base. Wow. Sui just flipped it. Look, they may go back and forth for a minute, but the fact that Sui is even in the game is pretty significant, I think. Rafi, what's going on, my friend? How are you, bro? Appreciate you checking in. Legendary will probably remember, but we used to do when President Trump was in office his first term, we used to say on the channel all the time, how is the U.S. going to allow Ripple, U.S. company, and its technology, some of its proprietary, the XRP ledger, whatever. How are we going to let other nations like Hong Kong and the UAE and Singapore take advantage and leverage this technology and not do it ourselves? How is it that the president, Trump, because we imagine a scenario where the president would be up there talking about U.S. companies, singing the praises of U.S. companies, and having the likes of David Schwartz, Brad Garlinghouse come up and say something. Remember? Talking about the prowess of the XRP U.S. company, blah, blah, blah. I guess Legendary, we were just off a term. We just off one administration. Because it's looking like a second term. This is what he's doing. I mean, he posted a couple of things about a U.S. company and a digital asset company. We'll see if this is going to lead to more things. But Bank XRP shared this. Donald Trump posted 2 articles about Ripple on Truth Social back to back. Is this promoting U.S. company? Sure. Does this U.S. company have heavily involved in crypto? Yes. Do they have technology that can serve the world? Yes. It's a big deal. I think it signals what we thought would happen in his first administration. It really is. It's a big deal. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button on the way in. That would be really, really cool. So Eleanor Terra put this out about Binance US. I think, this is going to be really good. This is going to be really good for us. We got more choices, Raf. We got more choices here in the US. This is going to be good. It says new, Binance US will resume US dollar services for eligible customers, according to its website. Eligible I don't know what that means. The exchange officially halted services in 2023 following heightened scrutiny from regulators. Doesn't say when, though. Binance US resumes US dollar services. All eligible Balance.us customers will soon be able to deposit and withdraw US dollar with ease using the bank transfer. So, yeah, as long as it's free, it costs something. You'll hang out on Coinbase. Remember, I showed you 3 ways to make transactions on Coinbase for free. Please give credit to who you stole this from. Eleanor says the post literally says, according to its website. That's the credit. People are funny. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see when that happens, right? What's going on, John Stoops? How are you, bro? Appreciate you checking in this morning, this afternoon. Man, I think that's big. Binance US resuming US dollar services. We need it. We need more options, like I said, not just Coinbase, certainly, not just Kraken, but having Binance US back into the mix will be really, really good. We got to check the spread and fees and, if all of that stuff as well when it comes to actually getting some crypto there. I'm preferably more towards using decentralized exchanges, and I use the exchanges for my on and off ramps, not buying the crypto on Coinbase, or Kraken. I like to use the DEXs where I can for sure. So remember Gary Cardone did this idiotic poll, and then he ended up being not happy about the idiotic poll. Right? So he came up with his own poll, and then he deleted it because he didn't like the answers. Like, again, the way I see it, you're doing a poll on X, Gary. The vast majority on Crypto X are XRP holders, Solana holders, probably. The vast majority are not Bitcoin holders. That's kind of how I see it. So to me, you take these polls with a grain of salt, right? But anyway, so Gary did another poll. You are 50 years old, worth $10 million, and going into suspended hibernation for 8 years. 2023, escaping complete world chaos and a virus. You are required to make 100% investment in one of the following, and you have an hour to make a decision. And he tagged Patrick Bet-David in it. This is what happens when you're long an asset and then you become a maxi. This is why the entertaining content creators have lost their way. The two in particular, because they become maxis. They can't see the forest for the tree, all that kind of stuff. And this is exactly what's going on with Gary Cardone. Used to be able to, used to have some sense of staying away from the maxi thing. So, I mean, any poll that he puts up here, any poll, XRP is going to win. Any poll that's, it's just more people on X in the XRP community. It's 50 million holders. So Patrick Bet-David says, what did this poll say about you, Gary Cardone? You said yesterday, this is what happened when polls are run by people who don't understand the subject matter. The question is wrong and without measurement. Dumb polls equal dumb answers. Does it apply to this poll? Like, it's the dumbest thing. So Patrick Bet-David says, I'm not taking a stand for Ripple or Bitcoin. I own both. You don't, unless you own Ripple Labs company, you don't own both. You either own XRP and Bitcoin, or you own some stock in Ripple and Bitcoin, Patrick Bet-David. My response is how Gary defined a poll I ran earlier. Yeah. So in any case, Bearable Bull tried to, in any case. So again, these polls to me, it's just not going to matter. You're trying to put XRP into some poll, the community is just going to be all over it. It's the bottom line. I take those things with a grain of salt. If you want to ask about the XRPL ecosystem in a poll and say this, should the XRPL have smart contract capability? That would be a valid poll, right? Because then the XRP community is going to answer vast majority, and you can get a good litmus test of what they think. But trying to go through different communities, no. XRP is going to win every time. So I think is interesting. This is a demonstration of the point of sale terminals now being able to tap into the XRPL. But yeah, I think this will be really, really good. This is in development, but EZA shared this. A guy's building out something called Zeno. I don't know. It says EZA says, wowza, check out the world's first decentralized payment terminal built on the XRPL ledger. Okay. I don't know. Live demo of what Gigabrain, somebody's real smart here. Who is it? Tom Robo. Tom Robo is an 8-time hackathon winner. 8-time. MobileSnap Web3 dev at Super Team UA. Digital wallets, pass entry. Okay, so he's a smart guy, right? Take a listen.
3 cents. So what we built is Zeno, which is a new way to pay. So trying to replace like standard way you pay like Visa or MasterCard, but over the XRP network. So using USD, we have 883 here, and we're going to take a payment for 3 cents. What we do, we just tap here, and we can see processing payments, and give it a couple of seconds to process. That's going to load. And there we go, 3 cents. We tap here, and directly on the testnet, we spent 3 cents.
It's not good.
And our balance has gone down by 3 cents in a couple of seconds. There you go.
Wow, that's crazy.
Right, so what we built is Zeno, which is a new way to pay. So trying to replace like standard way you pay like Visa or MasterCard.
Think about Visa, MasterCard, thinking about this one. Because they got a monopoly on that joint, and they're charging exorbitant fees for these kind of point of sale entry type deals. So this would be really, really, really good. So it would be really, really good if you can get that going. Again, it's just probably testnet, maybe not even beta, but it's getting it to work there. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's a great use case. People can build a business around it, right? You can work in Web 2 and Web 3, or certainly work in Web 2. I think that would be awesome. We can get that going. That would be awesome. Let's do the live chat. Guys, do me a favor, hit the like button for me, please. It's great. It helps to get the channel out to more people, and comment on the video as well. Are you excited about the XRP, the world's first XRP ETF? And it happened to be in Brazil. I think that is really, really cool. Brazil is kind of like the numero uno in Latin America. So that would be really, really good to get that ETF going. And eventually, we're going to get them in a bunch of countries, and eventually we'll get it in the US as well. There's some people kind of speculating on what they think the FLR token price is going to be. I don't know. I mean, it's good stuff. In the end, they said $2. This one guy said $2.29 if XRP gets to $20. I don't see XRP getting to 20. I said 12 to 26 for this cycle. I know that's a long range, $12 to $26, but I'm still in that ballpark. But if XRP gets to $20, I mean, the TLDR is what the young folks like to say. The TLDR is if XRP gets to $20, this guy is saying FLR would be around $2.29. Because because you're going to have 1%. If 1% of the total XRP supply, gets I guess minted and collateral and all that other kind of stuff. I love asking questions. One is, what will the price go to? Here's the answer. If XRP were to reach $20, the price of FLR would depend on several factors, the price of Flare, including the collateralization ratio required by the network for its XRP, the circulating supply of Flare, and the market dynamic at that time. From the available information, Flare requires 2.5x collateral of FLR for every XRP token on its network. And I think that they're starting that way, and it's going to change. It'll lower, but they're starting at 2.5x collateralization. If 1% of the total XRP supply were to be tokenized as XRP, then the collateral needed would for 2.7 billion XRP at $20 each. 2.7 billion, $20 equals 54 billion in XRP value. 2.5 collateralization would mean 54 billion times 2.5 equals 135 billion required in FLR value. Current circulating supply of FLR. Assuming it's around 59 billion, FLR, as mentioned in a recent post on X, FLR price calculation, to cover the 135 billion with 59 billion FLR, each FLR would need to be approximately 135 billion divided by 59 billion, roughly $2.29. However, this calculation assumes full utilization of the collateralization ratio for only 1% of XRP supply. If more were to be collateralized, or if the collateralization ratio changes, the required FLR price would adjust accordingly. Someone responded and said, you forgot to account for 7.7 billion FLR is technically locked up already with XRP at 20, 7.7 billion locked up. The implied price of FLR will be approximately 263, assuming 1% of the total XRP supply, blah, 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 blah. So we got to see on both fronts. First of all, is XRP going to get to $20? We don't know. We don't know. We said somewhere between 12 and 26 because we don't know. You know, we got a current pro-crypto administration. It's hard to say what's going to happen, right? It's really hard to say. And we covered this a couple of days ago. More XRP ETF acknowledgements from the SEC. We've seen Bitwise, 21 shares, and Grayscale be acknowledged so far. Canary Funds and Wisdom Tree still to go. This is all awesome stuff. XRP doesn't need FLR. No, John, this is not about XRP needing FLR for price discovery. This is about the price discovery for FLR based upon what XRP is going to go to. That's what that scenario is about. It's the scenario is about given the model for Flare networks and minting of XRP, where could the price of FLR go if XRP reaches a price of $20? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I got a 12, again, you guys know I got a $12 to $26 price for XRP. I mean, you guys know that. Oh, yeah, I got you. John says, yeah, but I don't buy the idea that FLR grows with it is all. Yeah, I understand. But if you understand the model of Flare networks, it's not whether or not you agree with it or not. There's just a formula, right? The formula is 2.5 collateralization. The X factor is whether or not people who hold XRP will mint. That's the X factor. Will they mint and get the, do that FXRP thing? Will they do that? We don't know. Like, we don't know. So you could have a formula, but if the formula advise requires XRP people to participate, that's a big factor, right? So to me, that's the ultimate thing. To even get the formula to work, people got to mint the XRP. Now, for me, I think what Flare is trying to do is bigger than XRP. It's bigger than Bitcoin. It's bigger than Solana. It's bigger than Sui. It's bigger than Hedera, Hashgraph, and all that stuff. because what I see what Flare is trying to do is true decentralization, true scalability, and true security. True. You know, some people could say the collateralization model and the oracles enshrined and all that doesn't matter, right? Some people could say, why? That doesn't really matter. People are going to hop on a thing even if it's not truly decentralized. People are going to hop on a thing even if it's not true security. People are going to hop on a thing even if there isn't true scalability. There's that argument. There's an argument. There's that argument, right? So, we'll see. We'll see. I think that people want the true ethos. I really do. True decentralization. And I think the more that people stay in crypto, the more they'll want it. The true ethos, right? I really, really do. Because I think in the background or in the subconscious, that's why people came to crypto in the first place. Now, some people come in, they just see dollar signs, man. They just see the dollar, they see the money, and they go right back into the fiat system. And they don't, they feel like they got theirs. They don't care about intermediaries having been raped and pillared the American people, and especially the American people for a century. They don't care. They got theirs. But then there's some who do care, right? And so it's going to be interesting to see. But I think ultimately, the bigger picture is bigger than Wind Moon, right? It's bigger than Wind Moon for me, for sure. What's going on, Rick Cisnero? How are you, bro? CJ, can you imagine if you account for Bitcoin price and Dogecoin price, this will lock up even more FLR, which will affect FLR's price even more. And 2-year Bitcoin can be worth 250,000 by then. It's a novel model. It's a very, very novel model. It really, really is. Again, for me, when I hear people like Charlie Shrem and Arthur Hayes, like these are, I don't know, like major brains in crypto. And I see them kind of, jaw drop and kind of in awe about the Flare Networks model and what they're looking to do and Shrine Oracles, the whole thing. That kind of says something for me. For sure. But that's a great point, Rick. What about Bitcoin and Doge as well, right? Could it possibly be that pivot from one community, from one non-smart contract community to 4, and probably the 4 largest? Could it be that's going to end up being a smart move? Time will tell. They got to execute, right? It's not enough to just come up with a novel model. You got to execute on that model, right? And I had something the other day. See if I can find it. When I look at the DeFi, just DeFi right now on FLR, given its infancy, it's pretty impressive. And the only way it can get impressive is for stuff to work, to have stuff to do, and for people to actively engage. Right? If you don't have those, it's not happening. Let me see if I have this. I have this thing for you guys. Let's see, I saved something. Someone put something up about Flare that let's see if I can't find it. What the great thing is, I tell people to take the Pat Bet David approach. Pat Bet David just told the Bearable Bull, yeah, stop it. I own both. I own both XRP and Bitcoin. Some people made the unenviable decision in 2013. In 2013, to own only one. Some XRP entertaining content creator made the unenviable decision to choose one, to choose only XRP. And thus far, that's been a really, really bad decision. When you could have both, right? The dude should have come across ergodicity. It might have saved him. Might have saved him. Let's see if I can't find it. This is interesting. I didn't read this one yet, but was it this one? DeFi Daddy likes to do these more than deserved. Am I right? Flair family, the biggest bet of the decade. Believe in utility, folks. Market cap for Solana. If FLR was to reach that market cap of Solana, it'd be $1.38. It's interesting. I mean, let's go over this one here. Let's go over this one. Since joining Flair Network's platform 4 years ago, I have seen a constant or consistent rise in innovation on chain. That rise has also grown TVL, transaction volume, wallet, and project participation significantly. You understand? Those are some good metrics right there. That's kind of the metric, Metcalfe's law that Raoul Pal talks about, network adoption. That rise has also grown the TVL, the transaction volume, wallet, and project participation significantly. Despite fragmentation, FLR maintains rank at number 70 on CoinMarketCap. So that's an interesting thing. That's the metric for me. That metric, not just for FLR, for any blockchain, that's the metric. For me, we call it going up and to the right of the network adoption curve. So Doppler Finance, I told you guys I was on that AMA. I shared the AMA with you guys from Doppler Finance with the XRP 5. I think it's going to be interesting to see. So they're still in the game and they're still posting some stuff. So I told you guys that I'm a little less concerned. I still won't be aping into any of that, maybe 1%, maybe $50, $100. I don't know what it's going to be for participation, because I think, just like we just shared, active participation is important in an ecosystem. So, that's kind of where I am with Doppler Finance. But they're doing some other stuff. You staying, up to date on X and commenting on S and posting on X, I should say. That is a good deal. Theater of the absurd. What's going on, my friend? FLR is really nuts. Very ambitious. I'm on FLR network right now. Very cool. Very, very cool. Appreciate you checking in, my friend. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like. If you didn't hit the like button on the way in, no worries. Just collapse the chat real quick. Go smash the like and then come back and hang out with the CryptoCeej and fam. Big news with the XRP ETF. That's pretty big. XRP ETF in Brazil. Hash DEX got the approval from the Brazilian SEC to launch an XRP ETF. It's going to be, I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. Oh yeah, this guy, Steven, invited me to go on a spaces with him. Next Tuesday, 11 a.m. Central, I'll be on some spaces. I'll keep you guys updated on that. This is from this dude's a whale for sure in the space. Started his own AI agent thing. I think it's interesting, him and his team. I haven't met him. Feels like an interesting guy. Liquidity is drying up. Over the past month, we've seen a massive $7 billion liquidity drain due to a structured rug pull scheme, promoted by big names, even heads of state. What happened? Meme coins were hyped as get-rich overnight schemes. Degens dumped utility tokens to chase 100x to 1000x dreams. The result? Liquidity wiped out, tokens crushed, and hopes shattered. And that's just a spot market. Futures could be even worse. What's next? To recover, we need at least 2x the lost liquidity. But where will it come from and when? I think it's going to come from the AI agent space, whether it be the AI agents themselves or the AI agent frameworks. But those are some big numbers. 7 billion liquidity drain. What is this here? Virtual ecosystem market cap drops from 13% to 1 billion. Psychological support at 1 billion. I mean, they got virtual, they got AI XBT, they got game, Luna frameworks. Convo, which doesn't want to never say which. There's two convos. They need to really state which convo is what on there. But in any case, those are big numbers. This guy seems really, really smart and has some really, really smart people around him. This Crypto Boys 27. That's a big number. Good morning. Good afternoon, Ski Mask Citizen. How are you, bro? How are you, my friend? What's that question? Are you wanting his tag thing? No. Total DEX volumes reached $61 billion. A huge milestone for Sui Network. 61 billion. The AI agent trending has also played a significant role in this achievement. Really bullish on the Sui Network and AI narrative, no matter the market conditions. I agree. Big thanks to Sui Global for the insightful post. That's a big number. Total DEX volume hit 61 billion with an 18.89% increase in the last 30 days. And I think it's just only going to get bigger. We got Walrus launching, Deep Book. It's only going to get bigger. And in my view, that's a good stat. All right, I'm going to share this again. Paul Barron asked about XRP Fi launching on Doppler and what he thought that would be. So let me do this. Let me share this. I should share the sweet thing here real quick because I didn't share that. I wasn't sharing. It's big numbers. 61 billion, 18.89% increase in the last 30 days. And I think it's just going to grow even more. Again, Walrus protocol launching. It's a big deal. Walrus protocol is a big deal. Deep, I think it's called Deep Book. I said Deep Seek. I think it's called Deep Book. Next layer, kind of CLB thing, CLOB. I think it's going to be big for Sui. But check out this. I shared this yesterday in a live stream, but let me share this again.
Under pressure because of regulate. Let's flip over to XRP. Doppler Finance announced we started to see basically DeFi on XRP. The potential here is pretty significant. They just had their second batch now come out, so their total value around 2 million. So it has launched, XRP DeFi. So what are your thoughts on this? Any implications as to how XRP does in the market overall? Do we still see upside here for XRP?
The more that's built on top of XRP. So XRP is in an exalted situation because there's a lot of holders. But the activity was, under pressure because of under lawsuits.
Yeah.
And B, a lot of it was the potential of how much can we use for stuff. And there is a reasonable amount of use of the XRP ledger. But if you're starting to build new applications like DeFi on top, you're only going to build value in Metcalfe's law terms, which is network value. So it can only be a net positive if people start to use it, because there's a lot of users, there's not enough things they can do with their XRP. So we've had some memes on XRP, that was a use case, more DeFi on XRP, more use case. Then you've got something much bigger than the original thing. So, for me, all blockchains about proving yourself and proving network value by building value. And if they can do that, good for them.
Yep, there it is. I agree 1000% because I watched it happen with Solana for sure. And, the numbers are the numbers. The truth is always going to be in the pudding. Can you create network adoption? Thus, if you create network adoption, right? If you create network adoption, you create demand for the native underlying asset of the network. For Solana, blockchain is SOL. For the XRP ledger, it's XRP. So I think it's always something to consider. And XRP holders will ultimately have to get the big deal. So you're going to have to participate. If you want stuff to happen, you're going to have to participate. Take whatever measure of participation, whatever level that you can stomach. If it's $50, it's $50. If it's 1%, it's 1%. If it's 5%, it's 5%. If it's not $50, if it's $200, it's $200. Pick some level of participation. Ski Mask Citizen says, well, thank you. How are you? I'm doing outstanding, bro. Appreciate you being here, Ski Mask Citizen. Is COD3X the new AI you are speaking on? Nope, I don't know what COD3X is, bro. That's what I was asking. You weren't. Okay, nope, I don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. They have the Big Tony BTX agent. Not familiar, bro. Big Tony is a walrus. That's why I assume. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I don't know anything about COD3X. Maybe I should look into that. Rick Cisneros says, Solana got blamed for the meme coin debacle. Yep, sure did. And the price of SOL got hammered. Yep, sure did. Sure did. Pookie's in the building. What's going on, my friend? How are you? All right, so let me see here. So that's Rob Paul. Kind of trying to tell people the real deal. Right? No, you didn't miss much, Pookie. Just XRP ETF got approval in Brazil. The hash DEX, I think it's an exchange of some sort, filed an XRP ETF in Brazil, and the Brazilian SEC approved it, which is interesting. Should we go through this thread here together on Flare? Chain Space. Who is Chain Space? Web 2 and Web 3 Developer Hub, collaborative workspace for innovators. Join our vibrant community. All right, let's see what they say. Introducing Flare Networks, a thread. Imagine a blockchain that can access real-world data and connect with other blockchains seamlessly. That's Flare Networks, a layer 1 blockchain built for true interoperability. Here's why it's a game changer for Web 3. This is from Chain Space. The problem with most blockchains work in isolation. They can't access external data without relying on centralized oracles, which can be risky. Flare Networks changes this by providing a secure, decentralized way to fetch data on chain. How Flare Networks works is interesting. It has 2 powerful protocols: State Connector, which verifies real world and blockchain data securely. And F-Assets brings assets. What about the FTC here? Okay, anyway, F-Assets brings assets from non-smart contract chains like Bitcoin and Doge into DeFi. Deep dive, you can go here to flare.xyz.technology, which I'm sure they'll mention the FTC and that. Why Flare Network stands out. Flare isn't just another blockchain, it's an infrastructure for multi-chain innovation. Okay, decentralized data access, secure cross-chain transactions. What the world? EVM compatibility for easy DApp development. Okay, that was okay. The future of Flare, as the Web3 space grows, interoperability will be key. It is already working with major projects to enable real-world use cases in DeFi gaming and beyond. So that was okay. It's good that they mentioned Flare, but let me see here what I have here. I don't know why I put that in there and put smoked. This whole interview here on it's on YouTube, Paul Barron Network. Really, really good interview. Did I share the part where he talks about a possible, this cycle being different in an extended run? An extended run? I think I did. Hydro's in the building. What's going on, Hydro? Yeah, I wish I would have set up that XRP toolkit too, instead of relying on Celsius, Pookie. Yeah, I would have tons more FLR right now. It's been really, speaking of Celsius, it's been really, really quiet. I got to check in with Aaron Bennett and see if there's been any news, because it's been really, really quiet. Because they still got FLR tokens. According to Hugo sent those FLR tokens to the estate. But did I share that? I think I did share it. Raul Paul was suggesting that liquidity, the Bitcoin is really just bottom. The liquidity is just starting to trickle in, that the cycle may not end until sometime in 2026. And in 2026, when we do enter the bear, that Bitcoin might only drop 45% or so, not historical Bitcoin drop numbers like 55, 60%. That was interesting to hear that from Raul. Bet is sharing the news about, the XRPL and the XRPL EVM being integrated, connected, and that stuff. He's going to do a spaces on that tomorrow at 12, where Pierce is going to be there. So that'll be cool to see. Make sure you guys tune in to that. I don't know why this guy is saying BlackRock invested $9 trillion in XRP. The Crypto Sensei, did you guys? I don't know. I don't know who Crypto Sensei is. This is the news from the Rowan Exchange about the ETF, XRP spot ETF in Brazil, which I think is going to be awesome. Anyone? I don't get this permission domain thing. Well, maybe we'll have to ask that. That put this out. New XLS90 permission domains for multi-purpose tokens. Introducing permission domains to the new XRPL token standard. Says goes into the bucket of compliance first approach to allow, for example, institutions to interact on the XRPL in a compliant manner. So yeah, great for the institutions. Ripple's building out that chain for sure. It's building out a compliant chain to tackle an institution. That is without question. That is without question. That's what they're doing for sure. So word on the street again, XRP ETF from Brazil, outstanding news. And again, I don't know if you guys commented it or not, but these polls in which you put these communities up against one another, I don't know if it's right to say it's not fair. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP. I don't know if you say it's not fair. Here's what I know. There is arguably more XRP holders on CryptoX than any other community. If you're doing a poll and you're doing a community against community, if there's more people in the XRP in any particular community, that community is going to win the poll. Like, it doesn't mean that the response to it is right or wrong. It's what I'm saying. It's just the overwhelming numbers of a community will just dominate. Will just dominate that poll. Maybe the Bitcoin people are just hanging out because they bought Bitcoin in 2009, 10, 11, and 12, and 13. And they're not on X. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know about the validity of these polls or the substance of the poll. Like, what is it really saying? To me, it's really saying it's a bunch of XRP holders on X. Right? Did I share that? Oh, this is a reminder for you, those people minting and stuff on FXRP is winding down and FBTC is being introduced. FXRP minting disabled February 24th, redeeming disabled March 24th. So giving you 30 days to redeem your stuff after the minting is disabled. Any assets not redeemed by March 24th deadline will be irrevocable. Irrevocable. Irrecoverable. You won't be able to recover them. You won't be able to get them back. FBTC will be live late February. Lots will be the size of 0.05 Bitcoin. Oh, $2 million mint cap. Mint, slant, redeem, FXRP, and Doge. New, use Ledger, the Ledger wallet, and MetaMask. It's going to be interesting to see the minting of FBTC. It's going to be interesting to see that kind of, what does that participation look like? Remember this FXRP stuff, it's right. You know, it's hard to get in an opportunity to mint. Let's see what the Bitcoin participation is going to look like. What does this mean here? Flare Fair went live 10 days ago. TVL 9.67 million. Now it says 81 million. Source into the bar. Wallet 70,000. Now 1.47 million. Participation over 69,000 on layer 3 Zool, right? People weren't participating because this is a form of airdropping, right? This is a form of you know, the FLR and all that is a form of airdrop. So people are farming. They're airdrop farming. But some will stay, just like we say on the channel all the time. Some will stay. So it's nice to see Ledger. Was MetaMask not there before? I thought it was. Anyway, Ledger and MetaMask are your options to connect for minting and stuff, which is really, really cool. Really, really cool. All right, so let me come with some Solana news and some SOE news. Marty Party reminds us that in 2017 and 2018, the ICO scams were worse on Ethereum. Marty Party says you just don't know. At that time, Ethereum was the leader for ICO scams due to its smart contract functionality, with over 80% of ICOs occurring on this network by early 2018. During the ICO boom of 2017 and 18, thousands of projects raised funds with cumulative totals exceeding 10 billion US dollars across all ICOs in their years alone. It is estimated 6 billion of those were liquidity extraction scams pulled off by bad actors using influencers. None of the scamming is new, it's just new to you. We learned, now you learn. Stop buying junk tokens with no use case, and especially ones promoted by influencers. Smarten up, it's 2025. See this chart here. This is from Masari. Masari put this out. An incomplete map of the Solana ecosystem. It's not everything in here. There's DEXs here, decentralized exchanges. I see 8. Derivatives, perps, slant perps platforms. I see 6. I participated on Drift, Jupiter, none of the other ones. On the DEXs, I definitely participated on Orca and Radium and Meteora for sure. I'm on Meteora now. Lending, I was on MarginFi. I'm still on MarginFi and Camino. Yield, Camino and Meteora, sure. Liquid staking, I don't think I do. Marinade and Jito, yeah, I did both of those. I have liquids, I have Jito and MSOL. Okay, I didn't do Blaze Stake. Stable coins, there they are. 4 of them. RWAs in the Solana ecosystem. Ondo is a favorite of mine. I didn't know Maple was there as well. That's cool. But there's 8 of them. Decentralized exchange aggregators and tools. 6 of them. Centralized exchanges, Cube, and Backpack. I've heard of Backpack. I didn't know it was just, yeah, anyway. Restaking, Solaire, Jito, Picasso. We do, I don't know what this is. Why is that separate over there? Experimental, it says. Well, what does experimental mean? I don't know. All right, so meme coins got 4. Pump.fun is a project, Moonshot is a project, Photon, and BullX. NFT projects, 6. NFT infra, 8. Gaming, 3, 7, 14. Creator platform, 6. Blinks, I don't know. I think I know what blinks are. DPen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12 and 5. 17. You see what I'm saying? Payments, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 16. Including Visa, Solana Pay, and Shopify, and Stripe. This is an ecosystem of projects that people can use and participate. Major wallets, they got 4 wallets: Phantom, Backpack, Soulflare, and Squads. I started with a lot of Soulflare stuff. Love what Phantom is doing. Got interoperability, dev tooling, DAO tooling, AI agents, ELISA, Wayfinder, Syn AI. Is that the only one, ELISA OS? For AI agents? That's first of all, it's a framework, so that's not accurate. It's ELISA OS is an operating system, like a framework. Anyway, just so you know, this is what I'm looking forward to on the XRPL when they finally get around to adding programmability to the XRPL. When they finally get around to that. So anyway, oh, let's do SWE real quick for all the SWE fans. After just 4 months, the SWE bridge has surpassed 137 million in total bridged value. Pretty cool. I showed you the SWE flip base and daily active addresses. That's a big deal. That leads to volume and participation, all that. SWE is the future of the new internet. SWE is the control layer. Walrus protocol is the storage layer. SWE DApp is the identity layer. SWE Play is the gaming device layer. IKA-DOT makes SWE interoperable to any chain. And 0x Holon is the security access. Interesting. If you want to learn more about SWE ecosystem, we can set up an X Spaces with the right people included. Okay, good. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to Wars for sure. I think that's going to be big time massive. Pookie said, I got more XRP this morning, borrowed $20 from the kid. I hear you, bro. I hear you guys. One of my XRP. I hear you, bro. All right, fam. So there it is. Just we're gonna wrap it up here. Again, I don't know why my eye continues to tear up out of nowhere. Just starts tearing up. It's kind of strange. Kind of strange, but it is, fam. It's a big day for XRP holders. I mean, getting this XRP spot ETF in Brazil is big for sure. Yeah, continue to hodl strong. The meme coin thing is what it is. If the narrative and the mind share transitions elsewhere, you got to be prepared for it. Got to be prepared for it. Is it on RWAs? Is the mind share in AI agents? You know, these type of deals. We share with you guys. We got got rid of our Solana meme coins, got into Solana AI agents and AI agent frameworks, right? Just shifting to where the narratives is. Plus, just feel more comfortable in AI as opposed to the meme coins for us. So that's why we transition our stuff over. Some were wins still, some were losses. And when we transitioned, right, when we traded out of the memes into Solana AI agents and frameworks, right? That's just how it goes. Just how it goes. All right, fam. But definitely more comfortable being in the AI agent and framework space with some dollars as opposed to memes. So there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream for sure. Do me a favor, hit that like button on the way out. That will be super cool. We always like to have just as many likes as we have viewers in the stream. We appreciate you guys big time. And if you happen to be in the 55% or so of people that are hanging out, listening to and watching the CryptoCeej, do me a favor. If you have been enjoying those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell, baby, so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this video like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this or perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya. Bye.